Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube and the Twitch and wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide. To my left, your right. Alicia joining me tonight, following everything hard to kill from Impact Wrestling. How you doing?
Just dandy.
Just dandy. I'll take it. I know it's late. A lot happened tonight, and I know you had to kind of race through all the events of tonight. Plus,
speed run.
Hard to kill speed run. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, before we start picking this event apart, how did you feel about it?
Overall, I thought it was well done. I enjoyed every minute of it, so that's always a bonus.
Yeah. I felt it was well-rounded. I mean, I was still kind of surprised as far as the order of some of the things, but it made
true
sense as far as the women headlining,
Yes.
I mean, they really started on a banger with the Full Metal Mayhem. We also had some nice surprises, which I want to get out of the way first.
Okay.
Number one, we have a new authority figure, or DOA as he calls himself now, Santino Marella. And I can't roll my R's and L's and all that, so you'll have to forgive me.
That's okay.
Just a wee bit German over here. I don't do that. But what do you think about Santino Marella joining the crew?
I think he'll be a good fit.
I'm all for it. I mean, lately over the course of the last couple of years, Swigger has been the main focus as far as anything comedic, so to speak. But we needed something fresh, and that's nothing against Swinger, but we needed something fresh in there for a few, zinger, ha, something,
Most importantly, too, we needed someone to fill the awfully mighty shoes of Scott D'Amore. So
this is true.
We'll see. Let's see how he pulls it off, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I have some questions about that, but we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, I am sure we are going to be thoroughly entertained by this addition to the Impact roster. So yeah, as soon as we heard several weeks ago that Anthem Anthem Entertainment did the old trademark for Santino Marella, I was like, something's going on with him. So, I didn't know if he was just going to be part of that new show that they're coming out with. That was that Before the Bell or whatever it is. Or Behind the Bell, whatever.
It escapes me.
Something. They announced it a few weeks ago, around the same time. So I put the two and two together. But no, we got him on TV as an authority figure. So, and he's got his own badge, which I think is absolutely hilarious.
Playing the role of a DOA agent.
I just can't wait to see the old what was it, the Cobra? The Cobra, he used to put the thing on his arm, and he used to.
Oh, his version of Mr. Sacco.
Yeah, only it's 10 times as fierce.
I guess it's a Cobra.
I hear it's illegal in 3 countries. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But I'm digging it. I like Santino Marella. It's nice to see him again. We also got the news of a former multi-time X Division, in fact, an X Division OG, if you will, re-signing with the company for a multi-year deal.
Imagine that.
Frankie Kazarian is back.
Yay! Serotonin!
Serotonin!
They're doing. Where's my eyeliner?
And Raven was on the same show, Lisa.
Yeah.
It's in the stars.
There was a lot of there was a lot of cool moments.
2/3 of Sarah.
Tara had me crying.
Yeah, she was very emotional. She was, which it
Had
was
me
a big night.
Verklempt.
Yes. It was nice to see her. It was nice to see Raven. All sorts of classic moments happened tonight. It was really cool.
Very enjoyable.
We have Bully Ray in the we'll call it the co-main event. You know, going up against Josh Alexander, Mickie James headlining this with Jordynne Grace and becoming our new Knockouts world champion. How did you think Mickie James was really going to pull it off, or did you think this was her right off into the sun? Yeah,
and there were a couple of clues leading up to it. The big entrance, the amazing gear, the tribute to her heritage. Like there was a lot to it that I was like, yeah, she's going home a champ tonight. Love Jordynne, don't get me wrong. She'll be champ again, and I'm sure that's not far down the road. But Mickey's got another story to tell, and we're ready to hear it.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this next run of Jordynne Grace is going to go. Mm-hmm. You know, and I hope, and we've seen this before. Sometimes veterans become champ, and then they give up the belt right away, and they right off into the sunset. I don't see Mickie James doing that.
Well, considering who her first runner-up is, she's got a bumpy road ahead of her.
Yeah. This is true. So
we'll get there.
We'll get there. Let's start off here. One thing that was missing tonight was the 6-woman tag. The 3-3.
Oh yeah, okay. The death. Yeah, all right.
The dolls against Tasha Steele, Savannah Jordan, and Giselle Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
Death dolls. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, hey, card subject to change. Hope everybody's okay, and it's nothing. But I realized that. I was like, wait, I felt like watching the show, like something was missing. So.
Yeah, and I was confused because they put the X Division title match on the pre-show. So right there, I was like, okay, something's off here. Mm-hmm. And no complaints about X Division being in the front part of the show, because that's how a lot of, you know. Yeah.
Maybe a segment needed to be extended or something. Who knows? That's a shame, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, because I saw when they did the 10, I'm kind of jumping all over the place here, but when they did the 10 bell count for Don West,
yes,
I saw, I didn't like look at everyone, but I noticed Taya was on the stage. So I was like, okay, well, she's there at least. But the other girls, I didn't, I don't remember seeing who was standing where. And I know Victoria was dead center. She was, and I'm sure she spent a lot of time on the road with Don West.
Yeah.
That was that was tough seeing that. Hey, we've got a super chat here. Thank you so much. Does that say Super Rooster? Okay, yes. Super Rooster. I was expecting a Nick Aldis debut after Mickey won. I was at least thinking that he would have come out with the family at ringside or seating at ringside, So, but hey, whatever. There's time. We don't know if wouldn't say it's automatic that he's showing up, but maybe there is a spot for him in Impact Wrestling. We'll see. But nonetheless, thank you for the super chat, Super Rooster.
Thank you. Good question.
Yeah, right. So the 6-way. So I was trying to figure this out. We were missing Bhupinder Gujar. He was not in this match. He was replaced by Delirious. But Angels Mike Jackson, who is 73. My God.
He's old. So now I'm curious. How old is this guy really? Because last night you said he was 75.
They said on commentary that he was 73. That he turned 73 in November. So
I don't know, because I feel like I've seen him before, and they were like, "Yeah, he's 70-something years old," and he was older. I'm curious.
And that was when I was 2 years ago, and he was in the ring with Swinger, and that was one of the last times they were in Atlanta.
Yeah, but I saw him at like a House of Glory, not House of Glory, House of Hardcore show or something. I don't know. Either way.
Yeah. They were saying he was around back in the day with the WCW and stuff like that. I was like,
he's 70-something years old. Of course he was around.
Yeah. And
he's seen some shit.
He has. He looks, yes. Well, Speedball Bailey and Kushida Angels part of this. Oh, and Uemura. But Kushida won this match.
Yes.
It was great to see him back. And this one was, I was like, okay, at all costs, we must protect Mike Jackson. It was.
Yeah. He's a national treasure. Must protect.
Must protect that in my head. It was like something cinematic going on here. But then he started doing like topes and jumps off the top rope. And I'm like, oh my God. What? It's like watching Sting in AEW doing topes from the top of the tunnel. Like,
oh, did we lose him? Did we lose you? Uh-oh.
Is it back?
Is it you or me?
Oh, it's me. Trust me, it's me.
You and that gosh darn signal.
Yes. Gotta love it. So, what's that?
I was gonna say real quick, can we address this little thing here? So a lot of the times the pre-show you can find on YouTube for free.
Oh yeah.
So a little reminder, if Fight doesn't normally host the pre-show, you can normally find it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's usually a separate thing on Fight that you click on.
Oh, okay.
And it says it's usually like the same like poster as the pay-per-view, but it'll say countdown to whatever.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, that is also good to know.
It was on there. I happened and just
oh, buddy. Are you there?
And it's back. Here we go. Yeah, I'm here.
It loves doing that to you. You're on a roll.
Summon a gun.
Well, then it's like, I'm sorry, I freeze. I am not good at this hosting job. So, because then I'm not sure if I'm imagining it or if it's really happening, but
no,
okay.
If I'm gone, just fill dead space.
Juggle chainsaws. Got it.
There you go. You got it. I wouldn't want the pets there.
Well, I can't with this situation.
So,
Wait.
That could be dangerous. So Kushida wins. Everything was a lot of fun. Mike Jackson didn't die. Well-rounded match. Anything else you want to throw in there?
Yeah, no, I think that was beautifully put. It was poetry, J-Bone.
It's gonna be my new side hustle. Wrestling poetry. X Division title is next. No, not really.
It's okay.
Oh God. Black Taurus going up against Trey Miguel. I can read my writing. I really can. Defending the X Division championship. This was a lot of fun. I missed some of this. I wasn't too worried about it. I was more worried about getting to that first match of the night. Holy crap. I couldn't wait. Trey Miguel. Trey.
Cool Trey Mel.
Whatever. We're just abbreviating shit now.
Well, that's right. That's what the cool kids do.
Trey,
anyway.
We're just going to call him Trey.
Cool Trey.
Spray paint Trey. Doesn't get any cooler than that. He cheats to win, of course. He's got the little side can in his pocket, or
he has
whatever.
Like a little mini spray paint can.
Yeah,
that's cute. That's cute.
Poor Taurus. Yeah, I'm sure Taurus.
Well, I will say, much love to Trey. Of course, he's very talented. Champ, but I was really rooting for Black Taurus in this one because I think he is well deserving of a little push, a little championship run.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's when we were going down to Mexico, as in
you were there?
Yeah.
What's this wee shit? You got a frog in your pocket?
Mouse. When Impact was going down to Mexico, and they were, people were wrestling. Oh, puppy. Oh,
should have been a hard time.
Oh, adorable.
This is Nani.
Nani looks like she wouldn't hurt a fly.
She would not. She also has no teeth. She's an old girl.
Oh, what a sweet little girl.
She is.
Nice.
Perfect angel.
Okay. I remember when they first started going down to Mexico and they were fighting Vikingo and Taurus, and I was like, oh man, we need to get them in Impact Wrestling. And now Taurus has been in Impact Wrestling for a couple of years, and it's like, come on, give them something.
Such a talented guy too, so it's definitely warranted. One day, my fingers are crossed. One day, but right now it's Trey's time. It's Trey's time to shine and spray paint everything with insight. He froze again, guys. By the way, I'm sure it's obvious. In the meantime, here's my dog. Isn't she cute?
All right.
Welcome back.
Tell you what, I'm going to log out.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to log back in. Just start talking about the first match, the Full Metal Mayhem. Can you do that?
Yeah. Wow. All right.
I'll be back in 2 and 2.
This is gonna be bad.
Oh, you'll be fine. If you run out of words, show them the puppy.
Dog.
I had to be careful how I said that.
Cat. So anyway, guys, first match of the evening, we'll start off with Full Metal Mayhem. Now, in the chat, tell me what you thought about this being the first match of the evening. Little unusual, right? Little unusual, but you know how Impact rolls. They like to shake it up a bit. It's like that Bam Margera show. Viva la Bam, right? You'd like to shake things up a bit? Anyway, I'm going to ramble a little bit. I'm not good in this position. I'm just here for moral support. Uh-oh. Well, this is an interesting little statement. Over-delivered. It's interesting, Critical. definitely thrown off, but man, it was awesome. That's interesting. Yeah, again, on my perspective, I thought it was interesting and something different to start the show with. It's like we get a main event in the beginning and a main event at the end, so that was fun, and both were really powerful matches. So, you know, kudos. It's good seeing Josh's wife get involved too. I'd like to see more of her in the ring. She's got that wrestling background, so that's really awesome. Yes. My puppy is 18 years old. She's an old girl. She's having a little issues tonight because, unfortunately, poor baby's got a little bit of Alzheimer's, so she gets unsettled easily. So, yeah, hi. Doggo. She's going to be part of the show tonight. Didn't think it was the match to start. Curious. Hopefully J-Bone comes back soon. This is terrible. I feel bad whenever you guys get stuck with me. This is Nani. Which is Japanese for what? Do I think this is it for Bully Ray in Impact? I'm not quite sure, because with him, he's like one of those boss where like he's got many forms. So this is just the first form of the many levels that is going to be the final boss of Bully Ray. Anybody agree with that? If you're not closing the show, the next best thing is opening from a wrestling perspective. That's true. After tonight, I'm on board with Bully staying if that's the case. Okay, there you go. Do you guys feel like that storyline is intensified for you, or do you feel like it's dwindled down? Bully and Josh, I mean. Sorry, I should have clarified. I did watch Bam's Unholy Union. I was a teenager with the Jackass era, so I feel like I watched all that stuff. People have been speculating about aces and eights for a while, so that's always a possibility. It's wrestling. Anything can happen, right? Seems. Apologize if I miss anybody's comments and stuff. So through this match, it was interesting. Got pretty bloody from the beginning, don't you think? But with a Full Metal Mayhem match, wouldn't that be the case of everything? I didn't take many notes. Unfortunately, I was a little bit distracted during this because I was trying to maintain cooking dinner and walking between that and my kitchen and the living room. So this would have been a great time for J-Bone to cue back in, or maybe Bill. This is the case. I'm being punked. Sorry for the dead air, guys. Okay. trying to get an update. Sorry, guys. All right. Interesting observation with the Dudley Boys references through the night. Oh, never mind. Sorry, wrong show. I should have read the whole thing. This is a very random question with what's your favorite Freddie Prinze Jr. movie? Isn't he involved in wrestling now? She's All That. That's the only one I know him from. Oh yeah. So skipping back in, good point to bring up the Tommy Dreamer coming in. So there was a lot going on once this match was really in the fuel of things. Dudley Boys, Bully Ray's henchman came out and was really trying to mess with Josh, and once Josh was tied to the ropes, that brought out Tommy. Oh, we're getting a return. Oh, thank God. He'll be here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. It was terrible. But anyway, so where I was talking about was everybody getting involved with the calamity that is the Full Metal Mayhem match. So that's Bully's guys. And then obviously Tommy came out and swerved on everybody. I don't know what the point of that was. And then Jade came out, and we love Jade. We want to see more of Jade. And oh no.
Is it losing me again?
I thought for a second because it was a little wonky, but you seem okay.
Okay, because I literally restarted everything, and
Yeah.
if that don't work, then it's gonna jump off the porch. I'm kidding. Yeah. Well, I think that the point of Tom, like it was like, okay, so it's the point of it was it's the world versus Josh Alexander at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh my God, what else could possibly go wrong, right? So Tommy coming down, and it looks like he's actually helping his old friend, his old compadre of Bully, that he's been in the industry with him for what, 3 decades plus, whatever it's been. Yeah, so it's I liked it. It was fine. It was a bit of a swerve. It was like, it was the beginning of the comeback, and it's like, okay, now we're gonna start the final chapter of this. I loved seeing his wife come down.
Yes.
And then finally do the low blow to Bully. Everything.
Well, she played. I love that playing that damsel in distress thing, and then reminding everybody that she is a trained wrestler and hitting them with that, and then the sliced bread number 2, beautifully done.
Oh, the Emmy goes to Jade. Hell yeah!
Yeah, that's what I said before. And while you were gone, I brought it up a couple of times that I wouldn't mind seeing her in more of an in-ring role. Like, I understand circumstances, family, and everything, but she is really cool. The fans love her. I think she just fits in.
Sorry, I was opening this.
Okay.
Tends to be a tad bit loud when you're opening a can live.
Yeah.
Crack. Oh, my
It's an aesthetic sound. Like, it's a pleasing sound, though. You could ASMR it and do it right in front of the mic.
And then do weird sips,
Yeah, like sip it and let it foam in your mouth or whatever. With fizz.
That's getting weird. All right, we continue. So yeah, but thank you for covering. I love this match. It was a crazy way to start it. I'm sure it got everyone fired up, and then everybody has to come down a little bit. The whole night had peaks and valleys, highs and lows. And that's one thing that Impact Wrestling does really well. You know, most of the time they usually know how to make the night flow great, you know?
True. Factual.
Then we get a Tara and Raven thing backstage, you know, giving their support to Mickie James. Great to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, you're kind of wondering, like, okay, is that can't be all we're going to see of them tonight? Are we going to see Raven later in the segment? Is Tara going to come out in the main event? So, but yeah. Then we get the 4-way elimination for the tag team titles. We get the major players, Heath and Rhino, Ace, Austin and Chris Bay, the Bullet Club versus Motor City Machine Guns. And I have a confession to make. I took a very short nap during this match.
Oh, no.
My wife taps me on the chest like right after the major players got eliminated, and all that was left was Bay and Ace in the ring with Motor City Machine Guns. And she's like, "You ain't gonna make it, are you?" I'm like, I am. Where's my soda? I'm
awake. Fine. I was just resting my eyes.
Right. Totally. Draw the eyes on the eyes. So yeah, I missed part of this match, but Motor City Machine Guns retain. What do you think about this match?
Thought it was an excellent match, and really liked the idea of it being the Bullet Club versus the Motor City Machine Guns. whole lot of ammunition around, guys.
Right.
They better be cleaning up their shell casings. I'll tell you what, that won't fly at the range. But no, all right. So my point of bringing that up is I get the vibe that this is going to be a potential rivalry going ahead.
They're going to keep it going.
Yes, because I feel like that would be a good thing to do. I feel like it's old school versus new school, with 4 of the top names in the biz right now.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh, it just makes sense because Ace and Bay, it's not like Ace and Bay had one match in Japan and came back. No, they
were out there for a hot minute, a couple times.
Yeah, and they went through that whole series and made it to the finals.
Yeah.
And that was the best way to get those two acclimated with each other, is throw them in a situation like that. Because
absolutely.
It's kind of a, all right, we're going to throw them in the deep end, but, hey, they came out looking like champs either way, win or lose.
Yeah.
So, no matter what's going on with the Bullet Club, it's,
yes.
They're still represented.
It's a good comment.
It's great to see. What's that? Oh, from Hooper Ruther. All right. I think Motor City Machine Guns' role at this point in time is going to be to make Ace and Bay the next big thing. That'd be great to see.
Handing down the torch. Either way, we're going to get excellent matches if that's the direction they go by choosing to fuel up a rivalry between these two teams. I am here for it.
Yeah, there's plenty of sources in this company for good tag team action. So make it happen.
And we need more Ace and Bay. We need more Ace and Bay on Impact Television. So let's do it.
I just think it's great. Like I'm old school Bullet Club. I became a fan when Finn Balor was running things, and I started hearing things it was the entrances that went viral.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw Finn Balor's entrances while he was doing the Bullet Club stuff.
No, actually, you know who my favorite member of the Bullet Club is?
Who?
Is Muffin Ass. Do you know who that is?
Oh, the bunny.
The bunny, with the Tokyo Pimps.
Oh my God.
She's the best member of the Bullet Club.
If I say anything, I'm just going
We
to get
can
in
all
trouble.
agree.
So,
Well, that's why I'm saying it for everybody. It's okay if it happens this way. That's how you get around the.
there you go. No, yes. You
But
go
yes,
right ahead.
2 thumbs up, 5 flaming briquettes is muffin ass.
We love them. I can't say it. She's somewhere down the hallway.
Is that? I don't even know if that's her, Peter. Sorry. That might be her Instagram handle. I'm not sure.
That could, yeah, yep. I think you're right.
What are you, flustered? You're blushing. Look at you. You're redder than a tomato.
Oh,
Making a lobster look pale, buddy.
Yeah, she's
I'm blushing, Jesus.
We'll just say she's easy on the eyes. That's all we're gonna say. That's all we're gonna say. We continue. Whew, it's getting warm. My God.
Open a window.
Turn a fan on. My God. We have a joiner. Oh, it's one of those nights, folks. You never know if people are going to make it in or not.
Signals determine everything.
Right.
And we're all having signal issues.
While we're waiting to see if Bill can actually squeak his way in here, we're going to thank Ronan for the super chat, $4.99. Thank you, brother. Have you guys been ever put through a table ever? No.
Yes.
Oh, you have?
All right, let me tell you a little story. So I know we like to talk about Kaylon's adventure into backyard wrestling, but we don't ever talk about Alicia BKK's adventure into backyard wrestling when she was 12 years old. I got dropped in a power bomb and was like, yeah, I'm good on this. Wrong. I got dropped wrong. Like, I got whiplash from the fucking thing. So yeah, that was this is fun. This isn't fun anymore. So yes,
yeah.
I have gone through a table.
I'm all in. Nope, not really.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and it was crazy too. Like we used to all go to this one kid's house. I don't even remember who it was, but they had like this old decrepit shed garage in the backyard, and that's where they always did the matches. But then they started going on the roof, and they were like suplexing each other through the roof because it would cave out. This was before the time of video cameras and all that. Not everybody could afford them at the time, and this would have been some historical shit to look back on.
It's just all up here, right?
It's just all in the memories until for a couple more years.
Wow, that's crazy.
So there's a little story. Yes, I've gone through a table.
Well, we're glad you. Wow, that's
the table funny. Was fine. It was the power bomb that did it.
Oh, so the table won, or did you go through it?
Separate incidences. Incidences. That's
incidences.
Today it is.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's like my wife. Wonders like she has. The old arthritis and the knee replacements and stuff, but when we first got together, she was telling me how she used to jump off of barns when she was young, and I'm like, well, yeah, that'll do it.
I did a lot of things as a kid that I'm surprised I've never once experienced a broken bone. Like, I probably could have died a couple times. I was just reckless, like no fear, you know what I mean? And then I grew up, and then I'm like just scared of my own shadow now. It's crazy.
Well, kids are supposed to do goofy shit like that when they're young, climb trees.
Shit. Or like swing as high as you can and launch yourself once you get to the very top just to see which one of you and your friends can go up farther.
Right. Because you just want to you just want to sail and like land on a whole pile of kids, and like no, you just went up straight and came back down. That didn't work. Let's not do that again. Same thing, different.
You botched.
All right, so Motor City Machine Guns retains.
Oh yeah, this is a review.
Plenty of it's not America's Funniest Moments. It should be though. It should be. America's Funniest Audio, maybe.
Sorry, that question took me back.
So as Motor City Machine Guns is, we'll say, leaving the building, so to speak, they get joined by an old friend on stage, and they kind of just pass by each other and high five and stuff. Frankie Kazarian is making his way out to the ring, and we're like, oh, well, this is interesting.
Serotonin. Sorry.
Serotonin forever. Why is Frankie Kazarian here? Why is I just write Kaz? You know, it's K-A-Z. That's Kaz. Kaz everything. Why is Kaz here? Well, he talks about how he went back to his other place of employment after his last run in Impact Wrestling. And he used a quote from a song, "Surrounded by strangers who I thought were my friends." And then I sat for like 15 minutes trying to remember what the hell song is that from? It's got to be something back from when I was a kid.
Metallica?
Maybe. No, it's like
I just say Metallica because I know he's like a huge Metallica fan.
It's like Motley Crue or Skid Row or something like that. So someone in the chat will come up with it. But anyways, he said AC/DC. Yeah, but that's not from. Okay, Bill's trying to come in again. Is this going to be strike 3? We're going to find out in a second. But anyway, so he's quoting lyrics, and then he talks about basically, to sum it up, is he decided not to re-sign with them, and he is now home, and he signed a new multi-year deal. So welcome back to the Impact Zone, Frankie Kazarian.
Yeehaw. Good stuff. He's better off here.
I tell you what, when he was in there before, I tried to clear out of my head the fact that he was a part of AEW, and part of me really wanted to see him become a world champion. Like, I love Josh Alexander. He's having the, run of his life, but
right.
Well, Bill says he's going to try to jump in from his phone. Not sure why it's
wonky hotel signal.
Yeah, it's no signal at the hotel, whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, very excited. Are you excited for serotonin?
Yeah, my serotonin levels boosted greatly. Woo!
Wow.
Sorry, that was a great opportunity.
We love Kaz. So, yeah, very excited. I hope he does get a world championship run, X Division run, tag team run. And for a second, I thought
all the runs.
I thought CD was going to come in with him too.
Christopher Daniels.
But he's the head of. He's got another role though. He's the head of talent. What's it called?
I don't know. I'm not in the business like that.
Well, I'm not either. I just
talent production, or
no, it's like, hey, you need to sign these papers because your thing is due or whatever.
Someone
talent relations.
Go.
That's it.
There you go.
Talent relations.
Critical. It was like, he'll get us if we don't know. Critical Sting will hit us with the facts. All right. You're my boy.
Did anybody come up with that song yet? No one came up with the song yet. I'm so upset with myself. I should know this shit. Anyways, so yeah, where were we? All right, never mind. We're gonna.
Oh boy, it's easy in this show. It's too easy.
Serotonin.
Serotonin. Yeah, there you go. Just hit them with the serotonin. They'll never know.
DMC.
I thought you were going to say D's nuts.
D's. No, I
Terrible.
I said that
silly
when
goose.
the D's nuts are behind me. I went shopping and I bought I'm on this like sesame stick Playerz nuts kick lately. Don't ask.
Dude, sesame sticks are so good.
Yeah,
I like them on salad.
A whole damn bag. Oh, there you go. That's different. Like croutons.
Yeah, instead of croutons, use some sunflower seeds, all kinds of seeds, nuts.
Yeah.
Salads don't have to be lettuce.
Well, I've always, thought of like chocolate bars, comes from cocoa. Cocoa's a plant. Chocolate bars are salad.
Well, if you use chocolate bars and marshmallows, you get an ambrosia salad. So there you go.
Ambrosia salad. We have another super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Super Ruther. Do you guys think that Eric Bischoff will make an on-screen appearance at the tapings?
I'll be surprised.
I don't.
Which is code for I don't know.
I don't. Put it this way: if we didn't see him tonight, then again, a lot of stuff happened tonight. We had serotonin. We had a lot of stuff happen.
We'll have big surprises, I think, coming up through the tapings, but I'm not sure because that's such a peculiar name to associate with wrestling. So it remains to be seen.
It is, and just the fact that he was doing something during Hard to Kill weekend in general was shocking.
Yeah.
So,
but not unheard of. Him and Russo are involved in a couple of the places, aren't they?
No.
What?
No.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
I don't think so.
Like
there was behind this. Okay, so about 10 years ago, I think there was some behind the scenes stuff. But nothing,
so I'm a little dated.
Nothing recently. We got a bill.
It's a wild bill. Live from your phone.
Live from the phone.
Having some technical difficulties there, Bill?
No, I don't know everything's working fine, but when I get into the backstage, it just does nothing. It just you guys are there, but you're not there.
Oh, weird.
Oh, that's weird. All right. Well, while you're adjusting things, we're going to quick say thank you to Bell's Boy for the super chat. Says, good evening, J-Bone, Alicia. Did anything at Hard to Kill surprise you? And did you see David LaGreca sat next to Bill during the main event? I'm going to answer the second part of that first. I messaged Bill during the pay-per-view and I said, you better get a picture with David LaGreca. Bill, please tell me you got a picture with David LaGreca.
No.
Oh, Bill.
So
that's not
I'm
what I
gonna
do,
be
Jay.
The odd person out here and say, who's Dave LaGreca?
He is the host of Busted Open Radio. He works with Bully Ray and Mickey James.
Okay, that's cool.
And
I don't listen to that, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's on Sirius XM, and we lost Bill.
Oh no! All right, well that's cool. I just wasn't aware of who that was. I wasn't trying to be that. Oh well, who's that snob? Yeah.
No, I met.
Gotta
Dave
be careful
LaGreca.
Asking that in this business.
Yeah, I met him I met him at All In. Great guy.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, this a real quick funny story. Then we'll get to the second part of Bell's Boy thing here. I'm sorry. It
wouldn't be us without a story.
Right. Serotonin. Oh, it's just gonna be that all night.
For you.
So it's so funny to
for
me.
You.
Just deal with me.
I do.
So I'm kidding. All right, we're going to try this again with Bill. Bill, there he is.
All right, take two.
Take two. All right, real quick story. So I was at All In, and I was just walking through the lobby between matches, and I see David LaGreca. And I was like, oh, I gotta go up to him. Because I was getting pictures with the with Scott DeBoer, the head guys from Ring of Honor, and just I was snapping pictures with everyone. It was just a wild night. I was like, holy shit, everyone's here. And I see David LaGreca, and I go up to him, and I get a picture with him, and I have a brand new phone, and I'm trying to figure out how to work this damn thing. So I'm trying to get people to pop me and say my podcast name on tape. And I'm like, hey, can you do me a quick favor? He's like, what? I'm like, I'll record you saying, hey, smash this podcast. He goes, what's smash this podcast? I'm like, that's my podcast name. He goes, you have a podcast name called Smash This Podcast? I'm like, yeah. He goes, that's awesome.
It fluffed your feathers right up, didn't it?
Oh my God. So yeah, Dave made my night. I was David LaGreca, just I was
That's beautiful.
Nice guy. I mean, he could have told me to fuck off because he didn't know who I was.
A lot of people will. You know how wrestling is.
He's from New York. So yeah. So how are you, Bill? But I want to get this in before we lose you again. How was your night?
Oh, it was a great night. Great night. Well, what a show. What a show. Hard to kill. Great way to start off the year here.
Yes.
But no, I thought it was top to bottom, excellent show. Main event delivered. Only thing that I think may have not come over as well as maybe was hoped for was maybe the Santino reveal because Moose was so over.
It was weird timing to throw that in there.
Oh yeah, we were just getting into that when you popped in here. Yeah. Great. It's a great segue though. So
wait. Let me cut you off there because we never answered the first part of that donation question.
Well, I was gonna segue.
Surprise of the night.
Too.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna ask.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I'll equate that.
Bill too. As far as did anything surprise you?
Well, I wasn't expecting the Kazarian contract reveal, but I was. It doesn't shock me knowing that he seemed so obvious that he was not happy in AEW, and when he was in Impact last year, you could tell he was having a good time. So to make it official now it makes a ton of sense. And obviously with like an EY no longer around, Kazarian kind of can fit a similar role in the locker room. So it makes a lot of sense. But I wasn't expecting it. Like if you told me who might show up, that wasn't a name I wasn't even thinking about.
Yeah, and it just off the top of my head, I was mentioning before, I'm like, hey, maybe CD will show up too, but he has a bigger role backstage with public relations and stuff, or talent relations, I should say. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't see him showing up unless he gets really sick of his job or something. How about you, Alicia?
Could happen.
Yeah, I'll say I was surprised. I actually didn't anticipate it being revealed so quick, so I guess that's why I'd say I was surprised.
Okay. Are you talking about Santino?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Santino, the Santino thing did kind of come out of nowhere.
I know they said they were going to reveal an authority figure, a temporary authority figure. I guess they're going with a comedy role, obviously.
Yes.
But the crowd was so invested in Moose.
Scott's kind of a comedy.
At times.
It depends on who he's dealing with.
True.
It's more his blow-ups.
Yeah. Yeah, his blow-ups are just classic. You know, throws the jacket and glasses go flying and here comes the watch. Yeah. That's when you know shit's going down. It comes the watch. All right, so Moose versus Joe Hendry.
Not the New Jersey radio DJ.
No, not whoever that is. Right.
Not.
Not the radio DJ.
Not the New Jersey radio DJ Joe Hendry. That's a real person, and I thought it was Joe Hendry trying to ruin my life because I kept pointing out how he ruins everyone's lives.
That's hilarious.
It was a sign. It's karma.
Okay. But I thought this match was really good, and I was amazed at how over Moose was. I was really shocked.
Ooh.
And I'm starting to wonder if
you okay?
I thought that was you, Alicia, making noises.
The dog's
the dog's a Moose fan.
Yeah, Moose.
Moose.
It's great. She had an issue, I guess. She's okay.
She's all right. Okay. Could have sworn I heard you going, Moose, Moose.
No, it's the dog.
I was like, wow, Alicia's a Moose fan too. All right. Wow. Yeah, just shocked at the crowd response to Moose, considering how this feud's gone.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you got to remember, Moose is still, he played football in Atlanta. He has a lot of connections there. There were some, I believe, some former teammates in the crowd.
Next to
but
you.
still, Moose is one of the guys that gets at least a mixed reaction in every town.
Yes.
Even if he is a scumbag, he gets at least a 50-50 response.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we love our scumbags.
Because I like scumbags.
There you go.
Everybody loves a scumbag.
Yes. Once in a
Yeah.
while, yes. So it just it's wrestling, sometimes the crowds just kind of swerve you too, but so Moose,
Although I figured the crowd would be pretty strong for Moose tonight, but I know Joe Hendry's riding a wave, but I think that was probably, my guess is I think even Impact was probably surprised by the Moose reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay, did they decide this during the match? Was it already decided?
It'll be interesting to see what the fallout is from it. If that's the end of this with Moose and Joe, or if maybe based on tonight, they go back to that. But we'll see.
Barry Monkey says Moose is the greatest wrestler in Impact. A sweetheart.
He put on a
very
wrestling clinic.
misunderstood. He did. So yeah, I'll be really curious to see where this goes, because I mean we've been joking for weeks how Joe Hendry is wrecking people's lives. It's like maybe he is actually a heel.
I think he is. I'm starting to suspect. Especially now because he hosts a New Jersey radio station.
Don't try.
Watching you,
It's not the
Joe
same
Hendry.
guy.
Man, we're talking New York, New Jersey DJs a lot, because you got LaGreca, this other Joe Hendry, a lot of things going on.
Joe Hendry.
All right, so Moose is the new DM digital media champion. Santino Marella is the new DOA, Director of Authority. And that's just, man, I just got a feeling we're going to get a bunch of Benny Hill segments in the next several weeks where Moose is chasing Santino Marella around there.
Maybe. That's Santino.
Because if we do, oh my God, I'm going to piss myself laughing if that's what we get. I grew up on Benny Hill, and if we get that kind of shit, I'm just going to be ruined.
Oh, Benny Hill. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
There you go.
Yeah. I know there's going to be a lot of people going, who the hell's Benny Hill? Just YouTube him. He's a British treasure. Little naughty, but he's a treasure. Number one contender for the Knockouts title, Fatal 4-Way. We got Deonna Purrazzo, Masha Slamovich, Taylor Wilde, and Killer Kelly. Alicia, you mentioned that this was possibly going to be your favorite match of the night. Did it meet your standards?
Yes,
what do you think?
did. It did. It was the one I was probably most invested in outside of the Jordan versus Mickey match. First of all, it was Friday the 13th, and so I would like to point out that there were a lot of fun Friday the 13th references in the crowd and within the show, and we got a little Jason versus Freddy action tonight with with Killer Kelly coming out in her custom Freddy Krueger gear with the claw and everything.
Oh, I missed that. Like, it was like so dark and red, I didn't notice like details.
I actually caught it just as she was taking the glove off, but she had the razor glove in the beginning of it, and then she walked down the ramp and she had the full Freddy Krueger gear. It was cool. Looked really awesome.
I'm gonna have to check that out again.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was one of the my favorite matches of the night as well. They just tore each other up. It
could have been anybody. That's what this match right from the get-go and right through I was watching was. It could be anybody. Any one of these women are like contenders. They could go one-on-one against whoever's holding the main belt. They all stand pretty strong. Even if some of them haven't been around as long, it doesn't matter. Like, all four are pretty strong contenders. And, of course, we've got Masha as the winner of this tussle.
Right. Yeah, that kind of surprised me. I was thinking either Taylor Wilde or Killer Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, well, yeah, like you said, it could have been anyone because for a while I was like, no, I think Deanna's going to win it again because she did the tag team thing and now she's doing singles stuff again. So who knows? Especially if Mickie James was going to retain, then we're going to get that back again. But no.
Yeah.
So, Bill, well, what'd you think of this 4-way?
Oh no, I thought this was very entertaining. Taylor was I was rooting for Taylor, but the crowd was, when she came out, was pretty on board with Taylor. I think she was probably the favorite in the match, at least to start, because of probably like with Killer Kelly, she'd been gone for a while, so there may not be as many people in on that. And then Masha, after she had lost, she's now come back, but she was gone for a bit, and then but then Deonna. So I thought it was going to be between them two, so Masha winning did surprise me. But now you kind of see after what happened in the main event. Well, we know the first challenger. So.
Yeah, not like we were just saying at the top of the review. It's not going to be an easy road for Mickie James. Then again, it doesn't matter who's champ because Masha's no one to mess with. She's gonna. I can tell right now, just from everything I saw from Masha last year, between her growth and popularity in the indies to what she did in Impact Wrestling, how she evolved over the course of a year, given, we'll just say, worldwide political circumstances that may have affected her push or not. She dealt with it great and kept coming back stronger and stronger. And she ended up on someone's like a major top 10 list as far as best wrestler of the year, which
she did, and good for her. I did not like that list. I thought that was a bad list, but I'm glad that she made it.
Right. And this was a list that had guys like Roman Reigns, Mox, Seth Rollins, and she was number 10. And I was like, wow. It was still great to see, though,
Yes. At any time, because usually, as we know, a lot of the Impact talent does not get their due in these type of publications and lists. So when there is one that's still a positive, and that just shows, though, especially how hard working she is, like on the indies, like every weekend, doing matches, a lot of intergender. I think that's obviously why she got recognized. So kudos to her.
Critical Sting says Sports Illustrated. Yeah, I knew it was either Sports Illustrated or
it was Sports Illustrated.
We got a super sticker from Terrence Sullivan,
who was there. Sadly, I did not get to see Terrence. Hopefully, he'll be there tomorrow because I hit a ton of traffic heading over there.
Oh, I saw a picture on the old Twitter box with a bunch of the Impact fans with Terrence Sullivan. So yeah, great to see him. Yeah, great. I think I saw him I think he was maybe across from you or to the right of you, possibly. But yeah, I saw.
I figure he had to be a decent, more than an arm's length away.
Yeah. He says 5-star pay-per-view show. Hate I missed Titanium Bill. So yeah, Terrence, let them know if you're gonna be there tomorrow night for the tapings. So hopefully you guys can get a pic, together, something, hang out. At least do it too sweet. Let's see here. Masha wins, and man, it just shows the strength of the Knockouts division when you see stuff like this. It's so good to see. Ladies killed it tonight. Falls count anywhere. Kind of a hot mess of a match, but it was still fun. We got Swan versus Macklin, and Raven was on commentary.
Yes.
And which he was kind of a, I don't want to say he was a dick, but he was kind of a smart ass during
It's
commentary.
Raven.
It's Raven.
Would you expect anything else?
It's just he's one of those guys you don't see a lot, so you never know what to expect,
I would expect smartassery to be definitely present.
Yeah, they were throwing stuff at each other, and he goes, "Oh, that looks like a top of a table." Just how he said it, it was like, well, sure as shit it is.
I forgot who went into the dumpster in this match.
It was Macklin.
That shit was so funny, but it happened so quick. Like,
did they have that up on the screen by you, Bill, or like
they
behind
did?
you?
They did have it on the screen. Yes.
And then they came out in front of you or next to you or whatever. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, kind of across from me, but yeah, that's so. It was kind of almost cinematic.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. The crowd was pretty into it because I think they made it entertaining for what wasn't seen in front of you.
Right.
They had a lot going on, as you said. Everything was real fast. It wasn't too monotonous, and they kept it like where I was like, "Ooh, they got to get it in front of the people pretty soon before they might lose them." Right. And then they came out pretty soon afterwards. So I think they went about as far as they could with it not being in front of people.
Did the crowd chant over here?
No, they didn't. Kind of surprisingly enough, they did not. Although the thing with Center Stage is it's not a huge venue. So, like, almost everywhere, like, it's a tight venue. There's not a ton of space. So there really isn't the usual, like, where I was, there's like 8 people. On the other side, there's like 8 people. On the other ones, obviously, when you have the bleachers, they're not going to go up really. I guess they really couldn't. Bleachers are tight. So there's not a lot of areas to really go into. So I obviously they used a lot of the ramp and kind of a little bit of right in front of the ring, but there wasn't a ton of room there. So there's not a lot of place to go. So I think that's why they did so much backstage.
I like the part where they're heading towards the sidewalk. Like it looks like they're gonna go outside, but not quite outside. They hit the sidewalk, and all of a sudden Raven goes, "I hope somebody gets hit by a car."
The way they were going, it did look like they were going into the street, and I was like, "Okay, I know that street,
unusual.
And that's a pretty busy street." Yeah.
Yeah, you saw the cars flying by. I'm like, "Well, someone's gonna hit a cone, man."
The car getting out of the parking lot, that was good.
Right, yeah. The guy coming up the ramp, and he's like, and then poor Swan gets like slammed into the hood, and then they both go through the railing next to the car. It's like, oh my god.
The only thing that would have made it better if the guy went out the window and went, "It's a rental."
Yeah. Right. But yeah, so it was fun. Probably the match I was least vested in, but it's another win for Macklin. He's on a roll.
Now, I don't know how much of this was seen by the cameras, but it seemed like at the end of the match, after the win, Macklin was just trying to go over as heel as possible with the crowd.
Yeah.
Picking different people to almost pick fights with. Yeah. So I get, because remember, we've talked about Macklin now for a year, where it seems like he wants a face reaction, and then sometimes he does face things, but then they turn him and do something so heelish to make him more of a heel. Now it felt like, okay, you're going full heel, because it was just like one guy came up like to cheer him, and he just started going after him. So at that point, he doesn't want any cheers right now.
Right. He's just, he's glad he's getting reactions, but he's he'll bite your head off also for a reaction. So yeah. But yeah, it was fun. Macklin gets a win here. With the KIA. What does KIA stand for? Killed in action? Killed in action. Oof. All right. Eddie Edwards versus Jonathan Gresham is
almost a year in the making.
Right, especially with the Honor No More stuff. Your guys' thoughts on this gem?
Bill?
I think this is how it should have went a year ago. Like Eddie was going to win this match at Rebellion last year, and he won this match. And he won this match. I thought it may have changed now that Gresham's assigned talent and Impact. Maybe there'd be something, but I felt like the Eddie storyline would have been sullied if he did not win this match. But they had a good aftermath with the PCO angle to kind of change it. And Gresham will get involved in his own stuff, but like Gresham didn't have to win this match. I think it meant more for Eddie to win this match.
Yeah, that's, it finished that whole storyline, which was neat. Yeah. Especially considering that match never happened years ago.
Because depending on what you want to believe, I believe part of the reason that match didn't happen was because Eddie was going to win that match. So therefore, in the end, for him not to win that match would have been like, then why did we do all this?
Right. Oh, and TK would have said absolutely not. Right. Yeah. So that makes sense. Yeah. Elisa, what'd you think of this?
I don't know. I thought Bill put it pretty well. This is a good match between the two, but I think obviously with the storyline, it was important for Eddie to get the win here. But it's not the last we'll see of Gresham, which I feel really good about. So
yeah, he's sticking around.
5 flaming
keep wearing the octopus head out.
Yeah,
Foundation.
Great to see that, and I feel like he's just gonna, whether it's X Division or World Championship, he's got something in his sights already. It's got to happen. He's too good. He's too damn good, you know. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. And then I'm not laughing because I'm making fun of PCO. It's because I keep picturing him spitting out mouthfuls of sand, and it just.
Oh God! I saw that, and all I could do was taste the sand in my mouth, like I was at the fucking beach.
Right.
So gritty. Ugh.
I love Tom Hannafin's response to this. Is that sand? I don't know. It just hit me weird. It's like, because at first I was like, well, why would it be sand? And then they're like, oh, it's because it's in the deserts around Las Vegas. Okay, yes, then sand it is. Yes, it's the desert. Because I'm just thinking dirt, you know, after seeing how many buried alive matches throughout all the decades of wrestling I've seen. You don't think about in what someone got buried in. It's just that someone got buried, right?
So, literally.
Yeah, it's just.
I loved it too that it was sand because they last saw him in the desert of Nevada. So like the continuity was good.
Right.
Yeah, they're paying attention. They're paying attention back.
They were. Yeah. He didn't spit out dirt, but there's no dirt in the desert. You know, it's just, you know. So yeah, it was funny. And he got a great
Yep. This is a great comment. PCO kept that from Vegas across the country all the way to Atlanta.
I
think he put it in a Ziploc and waited.
Now, maybe he was Ziplocked.
Maybe he was. No, he definitely was.
And he just opened it up backstage, and there he was.
He was in a coffin all the way back from. No, I'm kidding. Like a vampire. The earth was in the. Never mind. But yeah, great segment. Great to see PCO back. Just so many good segments in this whole show. You got Santino Marella, you got Kaz, you got Raven, Tara, the return of PCO, and all leading up to the main event here. But before we get to the main event, they announce Rebellion is going to be in April in Toronto. Mm-hmm. So that's great to see. And then
a Sunday.
Yes. And I didn't notice the date. Okay. And then just completely brain farted. Who's the guy with Tom Hannafin?
The Drama King.
The Drama King. Yeah, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But he said that there's going to be a Raywall. Thank you. He's going to be there's going to be a show coming later this year to his hometown, Chicago. So that's great to hear too. So they're coming back to.
I'm going to see J-Bone again.
Yes, I will see another. So it sounds like it's going to be somewhere in the first half of the year. Sounds like maybe.
He said later this year. We'll see. Yeah, so not in the very near future because we kind of know that. But yeah, maybe sometime towards summerish.
Yeah. So. All right. All right. So main event time. Now, this first part surprised me a little bit because I didn't know about Mickie James, her heritage. I didn't know she was Indian or what part Indian she is or whatever, or who her parents were or anything. I really don't know that much about her other than who she's wrestled, Now I wrote this down, and I'm probably going to screw up the pronunciation, so I'm apologizing ahead of time. Mata Pidi, drums and dancers. And then she was in the middle of all of them, and then she slowly rose up and then did her own hardcore country entrance. So it was really unique. And they were saying that this is one of the first times that she's really embraced her Indian heritage at a wrestling event. So
yeah, it's like it's always been present in her gear. But I think that, yeah, obviously, they're saying this is the first time that, they've included actual presentation of a drum circle and stuff like that.
Right. Like people from, yeah.
It was great. I loved it. I thought it was beautifully done, tasteful, gorgeous costuming. It was great. Or garb, I should say, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the most popular festivals that comes to the Milwaukee area near me during the summer is Indian Summer, and or Indian Fest. I'm sorry, I forget what it's called, but yeah, it always blows my mind just what they all put into their stuff with the feathers and everything.
Beautiful culture.
Yeah, it is. It really is a beautiful culture. But then the entrance, and then Jordan Grace comes out. She looks great, amazing new gear.
Well, what'd you think of that gear? Saying the message on.
Oh,
yeah, she was pointing to her back, and it said final show?
Final stop. That's it. Stefan had me laughing because at one point he pointed out, he's like, I don't get her jacket, so if she loses, she's just gonna have a jacket. She spent money on a jacket that says final stop. Like, where else are you gonna wear that? I was like, I know you're trying to put logic to things, but sometimes you just gotta let it ride.
It's a one-off.
Well,
the thought counted, right?
That's the kind of stuff you can auction off pretty quickly, later.
Oh yeah.
She'll get a pretty penny for that. Knowing her audience, she's got just a ridiculous amount of wrestling fans. Men and women. But yeah, both.
She's got a book about the men.
Yeah, this is true. Something I forget what it's called. It's the DMs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff, yeah.
Oh, bless her heart.
Right.
She's put up with a lot.
She has. And good on her to put it out there, because I don't think anyone else has done stuff like that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to hold the mirror up to people and be like, "This is you fucking animal."
Right?
Fucking. Yeah. Please get therapy.
As my wife says, "Ya freak."
You super freak, Jesus.
Super freak. So Mickey James.
Where's Scott Steiner?
Right.
Shit, one more time and we'll summon him.
Freaks in the Peaks. Jordan Grace defending her title. This was an amazing story told. Just it's hard for me to pick match of the night, but this is obviously one of them.
Yes.
So, you guys, go ahead.
I will just say that Victoria crying in the audience in the beginning had me just curled into the corner, white knuckling it, oh God. I started getting all teary eyed, choked up. It was emotional. It's that's why they couldn't have picked a better person to put in the audience for this match, because she really, and Mickey was getting emotional at the beginning too, man.
Oh yeah.
It's this is a passionate business for people, and so we see it as fans as a storyline, but for sometimes this is a real moments for these people, you know what I mean? And you can't help but admire and respect the emotion that goes into it.
They're living it. Right.
They're living it. Hey, we can only dream, and they're living that dream. So, and more power to anybody who steps foot in a wrestling ring.
Yeah. Yeah. And 20. Now, they said the number. It was like 23 or 25 years in the biz, something like that.
She was young gun when she came in.
Yeah. I believe it was 4 years in the biz when she hit TNA.
Yeah.
When she became part of Raven's
Flock?
It wasn't fly. It was what do they call it? The NWA TNA days, Ravens.
The Gathering. There's been so many renditions of the Flock. I don't know anymore. Serotonin, the Gathering, the Flock, Deadpool. That was when he was with ICP and Vampiro in WCW. Yeah. I could go on. Yes, The Gathering. Thank you, Dead Punk. Here we go. The Gathering.
It wasn't that long ago. We should know this, but well, yeah.
I was with CM Punk and Julio De Niro as well.
You got it.
Schmunk.
Julio De Niro, bring him back. CM Punk. I don't know whatever happened to that guy.
I hear he's training again.
I'm sure he's fine, whatever he's doing.
Yeah,
he left all the way to the bank either way. So joke's on us.
He ain't done. Royal Rumble, here he comes.
Hey, everyone's got a price, I guess.
That's right.
You can learn about that and much more on Smash This Podcast.
That's right.
good, Kian.
Cheap plug. But yeah, amazing.
Great match.
Main event. Nice. What happened at the end? Bill, did you just help the family like jump the fence at the end there? Were you just throwing them over? What happened?
You just tossing them over. It's amazing.
I think the other end of the rail, I don't know if there was something there where I think they couldn't open it up, so it was easier on my end, so they cut that. So just was helping make way for the Mickey James clan.
Ross looked so lost because they were showing the family, and way in the corner of the screen, you saw Ross, and he's messing with this, and he's messing with this, and then he kind of just stand and look around like, I'm fine. I got this. Oh, really? I got. And then he'd mess with it some more, and then he'd kind of look up and look around like, is anybody noticing me fuck this up completely? It was absolutely hilarious. I'm like, would somebody please help Ross? Someone just break the damn fence so we can get the,
He's just a doctor.
He's just a doctor. Is there a doctor in the house?
I did see his predecessor. If you remember the previous doctor in Impact Anthem before Dr. Ross. What was it, Dr. White?
I don't remember.
But speaking of, because he's part of the Anthem group. But I came up to him right after this said stuff after the main event. A certain president company came over and very nice of him. He actually seeked me out. Mr. Ed Nordholm, our president. And it was very nice to talk to him once again. So good to see Ed.
Very cool.
Attending the show. It's big when Ed said.
You guys going to go do lunch tomorrow or what?
Maybe. I said I'm looking forward. Canada. You'll get some poutine.
Real poutine.
Yeah. Dr. Ariel. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Ariel.
Yeah. Good stuff. But yeah, anything else you want to say to put a bow on this event? Top to bottom, I thought it was pretty damn good.
No complaints.
No. This was really strong, but that's what Impact does. Their pay-per-views are always strong. so it's tough to kind of compare them. I guess it depends what you look at for a show comparably. I know somebody, I think, did like the cage match rankings put out there, and the in the company of TNA to Impact, about like, I think over the last couple years is like 70% of their best pay-per-view rankings. And I think that just goes to show the show follows that. Depending on what you want. Like if you want fantastic knockout matches, this one could be very high on your list because of that. If you want certain other things, and obviously I wasn't here for it, but how about that Josh Alexander Bully Ray match to start off the show?
Oh yeah,
that was fantastic hardcore match. That was fantastic hardcore match. Like you really don't get better for a mainstream hardcore match. Some of the stuff they were doing. Once again, the story was told like when it got put first, I was a little nervous. I thought Bully could win this thing.
Right.
But and then how it started with the sneak attack. I'm like, is this going to be Shades of Moose and a quick loss? Like, is Josh going to lose this match in 5 minutes? But no, they went a good amount of time. Had all kinds of stuff going on. Jade getting involved.
Jade was great.
But this was, and honestly, like the stuff off the ladder, like we've seen Josh do a lot. We haven't seen Josh do something like that yet.
No, you're right. Oh, yeah. He dropped like 20 feet into the middle of the ring into the pile of tag.
He did like a Jeff Hardy spot. That's not something you normally see out of Josh Alexander. Yeah. So our champ is adding stuff to his arsenal.
Jade landed in the pile off of the sliced bread number 2 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, just that. Yeah. They all took bumps in the tacks, which was just sick.
That's why you got to spread them out.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Just keep them in a little 1 foot by 1 foot, then you can work around them. No, man, they go everywhere. Everywhere. Super Rooster with another super chat.
Thank you,
brother. My goodness. Last donation from me tonight. It's finally at a convenient time for me in Australia. I'm a long time audio listener. Oh,
wonderful.
Thank you. That's so good because
it's so thoughtful.
I don't say this enough, but as far as like asking people like where you like found us from or and it's one thing is we don't hear a lot from is the audio listeners, and I say, hey, hit us up online, where do you listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, what country are you from, all that stuff. It's so great to hear, like, because we chart in strange places like Cambodia and stuff like that, and it's like, whoa, what, really? So it's great to hear. Thank you so much, Super Rooster. Much love. And
Rooster,
thank you for joining tonight
from across another pond. It's thanks for joining us.
Across a few ponds.
Across the big pond, the biggest, most bigger.
Yes. So and thanks for all the donations tonight and the tips. Much love. And thank you all for all your tips and donations. And most importantly, on your way out of here, don't forget, folks, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of our content hits your screen. Fallout from all this stuff will happen on Thursday. Make sure you check out the UK guys on Wednesday before our stuff. So, but I can't wait to hear what the UK guys say about this show. And then where does this all go from here? We had some great surprises tonight. Santino Morella's the new DOA. God help us. We'll see you Thursday. Thanks again, folks. Good night.